Should we choose batteries or battery? 6-7. What's up, guys? Dan here at Coalcracker. If you don't get the 6-7 joke, you're probably too old. I didn't get it either until my kid told me about it. So, all right, in the past, but definitely a funny one. So batteries are batteries. Like, what's up? All right. Now, every time I do this, because we're comparing two things, I'm gonna. All right, this is going south quick. But point being, right? When I say that, what I'm talking about is like the old school. Yep, this is old school now, everybody. Batteries versus batteries, right? So power stations, portable power, like what's better for the outdoor goer? So in today's video, we're going to talk just a little bit about that because I always love to be able to share some of my insights and knowledge with all of you out there. We're also going to be reviewing the UDPOWER S1200 power bank because I recently got to put this to the test outside of just using it in a woodland environment, which we're going to talk about here shortly. So batteries versus batteries, like what I've noticed is that there has been this huge explosion of rechargeable goods in the outdoor industry over probably the last 6 years. Now, when they first started coming out, we're going to just use this for example, and not knocking this. Like this, I love these little lanterns from Yuko. They are rechargeable, but they also had that I could put the good old batteries in, so it was like the best of both worlds. But when it first came out, I was like, rechargeable, I'm like, now I got to take this thing home and do all this. But then what emerged right behind this big emergence of goods was this portable power, and it's only getting better and better. So where has my mindset actually landed with this? Well, like I said, at first it was like I just need the batteries, that's what I want. But now over time and using more portable power, I realized there's just so many more benefits to having rechargeable goods, and they're so readily available now that I have really found myself picking that over the battery option time and time again. Now there's a few instances I'm still stuck on the batteries, and I'm going to say that's probably more outside of survival and bushcraft and more around the preparedness realm of things. But even in the preparedness realm, the portable power it just seems to be tipping the scales time and time again. So as outdoor goers and prepare-minded individuals, what are some of the items that I commonly see myself and even my instructors switching over from batteries to rechargeable? One of the big one is headlamps. Headlamps in the past have always been like just get the batteries, you have backup batteries, you're good. But a lot of new headlamps coming out just across the board have all went rechargeable. And listen, they work really well. They last really long, and it's very simple to just plug these things back in and have them by the morning good to go. Lanterns at camp, these work really good. And the good thing of this is that you don't need this 24 hours a day. So daytime we're charging everything, nighttime we're using it. All right. We're looking at walkie-talkies, radios, GPS units, all of that stuff. Simple, easy to recharge. Even something as simple as your watch. If you wear a smartwatch like I wear, I've been wearing it for years. Like, I'm lost without that thing. It tracks a lot. It gives me temperature. It gives me sunrise, sunset, all that. So being able to charge that up, awesome feature. And then lastly, we're looking at things like cell phones, which we all know we can't live without. Hate them, but tough. So how are we going to charge all this stuff? Well, that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at this portable power system that, like I said, I've been using now recently. This is the UDPOWER for ultra durable power. All right, S1200 unit. Lots of features in this. Let's break it down, talk about it, and maybe it's the right fit for you. So the UDPOWER S1200 battery bank charging unit. This thing is an absolute beast. So let's talk outside and then we'll move into the internals of this unit itself. So first of all, super rugged. They do a lot of testing with this to make it durable and rugged. So if it would like slip and fall out of your car or something, there's a very high probability it's still going to work. So that's really good. The case itself is really rugged. I love this, that there's actually a flip down handle. Some units have like a fixed handle. It sort of gets in the way and it's not the best. So this is a flip up handle, textured grip underneath so you can carry this thing around, and it is portable. It's just a little bit over 25 pounds, which might seem like it's heavy when I first say it, but it's really not that heavy. So it's great for inside vehicles, tent camping, and then just for around your house to be able to move it room to room. So that's going to work really, really nice for you. If you look at the top, Okay, you can actually lay items on here like, you know, a lot of cell phones, you just lay on top and it'll begin to charge just by setting it on top. So that's an absolute awesome feature itself. On the back side of this, you have your power input. So this has lightning fast charging. I mean, it charges super, super fast. You can charge this in up to 1.5 hours. So that's from 0 all the way up to 100%, which I love. And when you are charging it, the best feature of it is that it's super quiet. So you don't hear this thing running and you don't have the fan running while it's charging, especially if it's in an area that you're like occupying while you're charging it, like at home or something, you don't hear it charging, which is great. You can use solar to charge this also. So when we look at that long-term perspective as far as being prepared around the house and the homestead, you can then hook this up to whole solar and you can charge your items from that. So it's renewable for a very, very long time. Now, speaking of charging, there are different modes here when you are charging this. So there's fast charging and optimized. Depending on what your situation is, you can flip those modes back and forth to preserve the lifetime of the battery itself. So if you're like, hey, I really got to get this thing charged up, I got to move, we're in a fast charging mode, and to be a little bit more gentle on the battery and for it to take just a little bit longer and slower time to actually charge up, we go optimized and it will take care of itself. So that's a really, really great feature to have within the unit overall. You can see at the top here, there's 2 lights, which these lights, they seem like they're cheesy on units when you get it. But here's the thing. I could tell you from recently when our power went out at our house, to be able to hit the light button and light these up, you can see what's going on in front of the unit, and you can also see what's going on with the devices that you have that you're going to be plugging in. So it's very important you have those on here for this. Then you have your car socket, USB-C, there's 2 of those, USB-A, there's 4 of those, and then you have your solar DC import, and then you have all your normal outlets. So lots of different charging options on here for you to be able to plug all your goods in. With this unit, it runs at 1200 watts and then it has max peak power at 1800 watts. So that's a lot of power. That's mini fridges, that's tools, which I use these a lot out here in the woods if we're using like drills and saws. I have all DeWalt rechargeables, so we're running them off here, but you can just use the straight old plug-in if you go to grandpa's house and you're plugging right in for your drill. That will work really well too. And then, like I showed a bunch of these devices, we have walkie-talkies and batteries set up all the time on these things, or like our base station, or you turn your tent into a little command center and you have everything set up there and you're charging everything and it's working really well for you. Probably my most favorite feature with this unit compared to other units is the fact that it can be on standby, meaning that I charge it up to 100% and I just forget about it. I set it off to the side, because that's one of the biggest problems is we don't maybe always use these things when we get them. They're just there for emergencies, and then you go during an emergency and it's dead. There's no power to it. This thing will hold a charge for up to a year on standby. So it's not something that you constantly have to monitor if you're not going to be using it all the time. But I highly suggest if you get one of these units, okay, you use it all the time. Keep it in your vehicle. Take it with you when you go places. It's absolutely, it's just such a lifesaver. So there you go, my friends. There's a rundown on the UDS1200 power station. Just different options that you can use with it. If you're interested in one of this, I'm going to put the link down in the description, but you can also join their giveaway. What you need to do down in the comments is hashtag UDPOWER and then follow them at UDPOWERTech. And then on December 1st, I am going to pick one lucky winner from the comments below, announce who that is, and you will win a UDPOWER S1200 power unit. It's going to get sent directly from the company to you. But still, just a good, fun way to get your hands on one of these things. So join. Also, just click the link down in the description if you're interested in it, and you can just go get yourself one and have your power when you need it, how you need it, wherever you need it. It just works out really well. All right, so that's today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at Coalcracker.bushcraft.com for all our classes, our gear, and our blog. And again, thanks UDPOWER for sponsoring this video. And until the next video, stay in the woods and stay powered up.